in my second day because the first one went bogus. So, top 10 list, some honourable mentions. Let's start with Karnov, Phantom-clad rider of the cosmic eyes. Is a story. Three authors write the story, and they were pretty good sword and sorcery kind of type. I'm going to read a couple of more of these authors, mainly Howie and Byron. The second honorable mention, The Priest of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. Not much to be said here. It's a grimdark writer. It's a good story, but to me it felt a bit slow to me, honestly. I hope the third novel pickups. I'm going to read next year. Third one is going to be Wrack, John Burst. It's a novella length story told by multiple characters, not main characters, multiple characters, because the main character is the wrack, which is a disease kind of stuff that is ravaging the land, and so people have to deal with it. And so each chapter is basically a different characters, but all interconnected with the wrack. Imagine COVID. Next one is James R. Moore, The Haunted Forest. It's a good starting point for our story. I really enjoyed. The problem with this book was just the finale, because almost everything else, it was spotless. I really enjoyed it, and I was really trying to see if there was a third novel on the series, but no. And the last one, it's going to be Edward Erdlach, Merkabah Horror, High Plains Rifter. It's the novel about a Jew who is a Western Jew. Sorry, not Western Jew. A Jew in the Western, as he fight to monsters like Cthulhu and such, and other mythological beings. Number 10, we've got Trolley, Edward Lee. This is an horror novel that picks where, imagine that Lovecraft didn't have the money to sustain himself, so he had to write pornographic stories. Yeah, this is it, pornographic Lovecraftian tale. That story you never thought you needed, but until you read it. Number 9. Sorry, it's going to be Lost Fleet Victorious. This is a story. This is six novel series. And this is the concluding arc. I really enjoyed the all overall. You can't read really the first or the second, because it seems they were written in one go and published in part, because they are pretty big, 350 pages each one. So it's a very good, interesting story. I really enjoy. It comes some conclusions of some plots. Let's go to this next series. Number 8, Blood and Steel by C.L. Werner, the second novel in the Brunner series. C.L. Werner is one of my favorite writers in fantasy, so everything I read from him I really enjoy it, and this was no that Brunner is really grim character, and people that seem to enjoy Mark Lawrence and other grimdark writers don't know how good this guy is. Number 7, it's Kill Team by Cav Thorpe, Warhammer 40k novel about Last Censors, the guys from Opinion Legion. It's very cool. 5, Thune Vision by Schuyler Armstrong. It's a sword and sorcery stories, very cool. Number 5, I don't have it here. It's a Star Wars novel, or Grey, that he wrote a novel about the perspective of an Imperial officer in love with Rebel One, and how they lost Star. The novel it's called Lost Star. It's very cool to see the perspective of the Imperial, and spoiler alert, one of the most criticisms I have on all books is that characters sometimes change sides so they can redeem themselves, and that story, this is not going to happen, but it's very good ending. Number 3, in Martian and the Weir. I don't to talk about this book because everyone knows about this. This is number 4, number 3, or else my list is 11 books. Skarsnik Gayale. It's a story told in a human perspective about the Goblinoid Empire, and it one was the best novels I've read from Warhammer Fantasy of all time. Really cool. It's a shame they destroy the old world and start Sigmar, because this is so much potential. Second story, Deacon of Woods by David Nanadale. This is a Warhammer 40k horror novel. And the first one is Orson Scott Card Ender's Game. This is the final definitive edition. There's the reason this win the Hugo winner and Nebula winner, because this is very, very cool story. This reveals doom in many perspectives, and it's a young adult perspective, but the book doesn't feel young adult. I'm interested to see the second and third novel, at least in the Ender's side, but I've got them all. So that's it, my top 10. It's no coincidence that four novels are in the Black Library novels, and the other 6 are not. It's not, because not very. I love these worlds. In terms of types, including Lockstar, we've got 6 sci-fi novels, 3 fantasy, and 1 horror, which doesn't seem right because I read more horror and fantasy than sci-fi. Interesting this. Well, this is it for me. Thank you, and let's hope next year I can bring more books. I'm going to every month release the video of the books I've read, make a small review, and but my reviews are going to be on Goodreads. That's it. It makes I don't like to talk because sometimes I don't have the time to read, to write, and to talk about the book. So that's it for me. Thank you.